During Shed Game, was there any sexual arousal on Grace's part? Did Jer have any chance? No. I was super tired from going to LA. It was my first time away from home, and I was just not in a party mood at all. Really was just wanted to feel safe, cozy. I just was not feeling loose or relaxed at all.
Jeremy, what do you love more, Biggs or Grace?
Biggs.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill, Grace, Ava, Ruby.
Probably in that order, no.
Marry Ava? Wait, what the fuck?
No, fuck Ava, marry Grace, kill Ruby.
It was the other way around.
Let's fuck, marry, kill Ava, Grace, Ruby. Okay.
Grace, Ava, Ruby.
Fuck Ava, marry Grace, kill Ruby.
That's right.
I have the opposite problem. Can you teach me how not to be loose?
Jer, what is one quality Ava has as a positive over Grace? Say whatever you want. I don't take that kind of stuff personally.
Her ass.
Yeah, but that's kind of an obvious one.
Well,
Come on, something a little deeper.
Like in terms of personality?
Yeah. More feminine? Less feminine?
Yeah.
More normal?
And she's a little more outgoing. Yeah, I'd say she's more
Interesting. Okay, I did take that one personally. Jer, honest rating of Grace in person, 1 through 10. Just looks, not personality.
I still think we're up about a 9.
9.
I still think we're up.
Wow. That's high praise. Then personality, not looks.
Then personality, not looks.
Then personality, not looks.
Oh, personality-wise?
Yeah. Just personality, no looks.
Grace's personality, I don't know.
Well, it's obviously not a 9.
It could be, though.
What are my flaws, do you think?
Yeah, very defensive.
Defensive?
Really, not like stare. It's stare, very
Scared. Scared of what?
Whatever, but what about me? Whatever, I'm high, but whatever. I'm high, but whatever.
What are you talking about that I get defensive?
The one positive I have over Grace is I am an
seriously,
HIV positive.
Oh, that's what I mean, like scared, like you kind of rely on men a lot to deal with certain situations.
Like what?
If you had to describe your positives and negatives, what would they be?
Well, that's all the whole point of a struggle session.
Are we doing a struggle session? Yeah, I think it was kind of like today when we were playing pool.
Yeah.
How much you like?
What is the one thing Jeremy likes about Grace's
rely on
face?
him. You didn't rely on him, but how much he was like teaching you and how much you were like kind of relying on his advice.
Oh, I see.
You're a flighty, scared little baby who runs away from your problems. You defensive bitch.
Yeah, I could see that. I just don't really care about pool, so. Jer, Lalo said he should have told Grace he cared for her earlier. Is there anything you are holding back? Did he say that?
Abort, Jeremy, abort.
I've already said all that kind of stuff to Grace before.
What, the stupid whore?
No,
You suck black dick? No stuff.
On the opposite side of the spectrum.
Who you calling defensive, you asshole? I am never fucking defensive. Daddy, did you hear what he said?
What are our best and most negative qualities? I'd say my best quality is that he can get very goofy and be very funny. My worst quality is a tendency to burn myself out and opt out of life and sort of, like you were saying, kind of be childish. Not manage myself properly. How about you, Jer?
Best and worst qualities.
Yeah.
Yes, I would have told Grace my feelings for her sooner, but someone timed me out. Curse those mods.
High stress situations remain calm. Like some of my worst qualities is probably.
My biggest flaw is I work too hard.
Can I be real about my feelings for you, Grace? Oh, never mind. Let's go get that notebook now.
Social situations.
More social energy. I can see that. Jer, if Grace were to get married to another man, she invites you to the wedding, would you go?
Jeremy, you know, I secretly rate you a 10 out of 10.
Jer, you are currently homeless and jobless. If she wanted you, what's the plan for day to day?
Get a job and start working by myself.
What do I do?
What do you do?
Yeah.
You just keep doing your thing.
I stream.
Yeah.
Where do we live? Hotel to hotel?
I like traveling. But yeah, if I had to get a job, it'd have to be something remote.
What kind of job? Where? Realistic, play it out a bit.
I could have it. Like, I got a lot of experience in different areas. But as far as something that I can see myself doing long term.
You said something remote?
Yeah, like
What would that
I
be?
can do like an IT job. I think I can be great at IT.
Don't we have to have like certification and stuff for that?
Yeah, but I don't know if I met the right people. I think I can prove myself pretty quick.
What if I got pregnant?
And it was mine. And that's
Well-
marry me.
Okay, no, but I'm saying for the baby, like what would we do? Get an apartment?
Yeah.
Still travel?
Near, far, wherever you are. I believe that my heart will go on and on. Don't let go, Grace.
Or just
What-
live with family.
Now that the chat has told you my feelings about you through my TS voice, are we now dating?
What if it was Adam's baby?
I'm completely delusional and think I could talk my way into a good job. The reality is I'd work at Walmart.
Would you be okay with me not being public about the relationship, having romantic arcs on stream with other guys? For money. Just for content.
What? Is that a
Yeah, I'm
question for
asking
me?
you.
Like, what do you mean?
So-
When I offered Jeremy a coffee, I came out the bathroom fully naked, and all he could say was, "This coffee is hot."
So if I
Host the next word debate and we can talk.
was your girlfriend, I wouldn't tell chat, and I would just continue to do this sort of like, you know, beating the simps thing.
I don't
Because
miss
it's
bits. I have to rape
interesting
her
for
tonight.
chat.
I'm scared, guys.
Would you be okay with that, or no?
Yeah, if you're mine at the end of the day, yeah.
What if I kiss someone on stream?
I'd still be okay with that if it was good.
Very liberal.
I mean, it would bother me, obviously, but there's that element of trust there.
Are you still hoping this turns into something more?
Who, me?
That's Joe Shamatoni's question.
You guys know I like Grace. Expectations are always what they are.
When you first got to know me, what did you think we would like hit it off on?
What's the most ridiculous lie you've ever gotten away with?
Thing,
YouTube thing?
kind of doing the same thing.
I like loud
Like this.
TTS.
What's the most ridiculous lie you've ever gotten away with? I don't know. That the incest allegations aren't true. I don't.
There you have it,
Don't
folks.
clip that,
There it
Destiny.
is.
When I squeezed my boobs in Jeremy's face and offered him milk, all he could say was he is lactose intolerant.
Ava doesn't have boobs. What are you talking about? That's a lie.
If this never got romantic, and I got married or something, would we still be friends? Would you still talk to me?
Probably not.
No. So you wouldn't be friends with me if you didn't think there was a chance.
Well, no, I mean, I'd be up for
Damn.
being friends, but I don't know, for me it'd be, I'd always want something more. Yeah,
You're only talking to me to get a chance to crack.
sometimes not.
Not even like you wouldn't even send me like a YouTube video like, hey, this is funny. It's just like, nah,
Oh yeah,
bitch.
probably. If that's not, no, I wouldn't say like not not bitch. It's just, you don't want to keep re-developing feelings.
I guess that makes sense.
Gotta kind of
Just move on.
Just to move on.
Mhm.
Yeah, get past it.
Would you be more same or less interested if it was to come out that like I wasn't a virgin? I had 3 bodies or something like that.
That would have affected.
Neutral. Okay. He's like the opposite of Ben. They are very
I would be
different
the only
personalities.
man still wanted if Grace had a boyfriend because that boyfriend would be me.
Jeremy, what have you been thinking?
Just Jeremy should have gotten to the Send Grace and Andrew Wilson clip every 2 months phase a long time ago. And or Jim Bob. I laugh every time, Distinction. It's like a little treat. It's like, ooh, Rachel Wilson tea. Let me eat it up. I thought that's why he was so insistent on it. What, that I was a virgin? Beggars can't be choosers. I'm just kidding.
Don't crash the car on purpose, Jeremy darling.
Nikki, no! What's your time limit for a girl you're interested in? Like, moving on. You know what I mean? If she stays single, is it like a year, 5 years, 10 years? Or is it just sort of like,
depends on how
leave it
interested-
there until you get someone, or?
I don't know. It depends on how interested I am.
Oh, look, the city. I'm not showing you guys the city. I've shown it a million times.
You're not a virgin.
We have located the man that slept with Grace. Emergency stream in 5 minutes. We have secured the interview.
Emergency stream, guys.
How many years of devotion can I get without giving you anything?
Ask him what his family would think of you if he introduced you to them as his girlfriend.
That'd be cool.
Do you think they'd like me? What if they saw my internet stuff? Just wouldn't show them.
Yeah, I still make them like you. They've seen some of my crazy internet stuff too, so kind of know what I'm all about on the internet.
Would you be open to marrying
And
a
doing
woman?
my best to carry, but this fucking mute can't hold a damn conversation to save his life.
The Ava TTS voice is good, yeah. Would you marry a woman who was infertile?
Yeah, I like her a lot.
But I thought you said you wanted to have kids.
That's not necessary.
Is that a deal breaker? That's a long time though, you know, if you got married, let's say you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, it's 30, 40 years, no kids.
You never had a chance. Why don't you believe me?
Somebody asked us to say to share what the most hurtful thing the other has said about them is. Most hurtful thing Jeremy has said to
Would you
me.
marry me then, Jeremy?
I mean, I don't really take it that seriously when he's like, you suck black cock or whatever.
Marriage is overrated.
Most
Say that
hurtful
often,
thing.
did I? Like I said. Well, I said maybe once or twice. Right? Yeah, I was drunk for all of that.
Him readying the spit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't take it. I just, it's a certain.
Came from the blackout.
Yeah.
That shit.
So what's the most? I don't know. I guess when you said
to be with Grace, even if he finds out the allegations.
maybe when you said I was awkward when we
true.
were watching comedy together, maybe is the most hurtful thing. 'Cause I
Press
thought
Edge
that was
M over
pretty
his abusive messages.
nice or something. I don't know. That was about it.
I promise not to get drunk after this collab and abuse you via messages.
What about you?
When I'm boring.
That you're boring.
Yeah.
I see that. Do you feel like I use you?
I don't feel like that necessarily, but a lot of other people seem to think that. I think that I'm pretty aware of kind of content things that we do together. And I've been pretty, adamant about getting your attention, serving myself what I can, so.
Wait, what?
I've been pretty I've been trying pretty hard, so when something happens in terms of content, I invite you over to my place that one time. I don't feel like you necessarily used me.
Oh, I see.
Maybe this quite clear, but I don't know. I think you're kind of giving me a fair shake the entire time. I
appreciate that. Do you think I use other guys?
Yeah, to a certain degree, I think. I don't think it's using, though. I think it really is a lot of them. A lot of it's on them.
Like, can you make an example? You can just use Lalo. He's the
I was gonna say
fruit
Lalo,
punching bag.
I think Lalo likes the kind of attention, likes being a part of it.
Yeah,
But,
he does.
Yeah, so I don't think there's not a whole lot of use to be there. One of those guys, just like him.
I spent 40 years learning to skate to avoid being called boring.
What's the worst thing you've ever heard from chat? Like something
about you?
No, about yourself. Like something that really, really got to you, but you didn't let them know.
Like some shit about my family.
Really?
Or like my relationship with my family. I don't like other people.
Like that they don't talk to you or something?
That's not obnoxious. Because they do talk to me. That's the thing. More like how I compare with, or like where I fit in with my family, like using my family, or like living on my brother's property, mooching off my brother, things like that.
My chauffeur comments got to him.
I don't know. I mean, chat can be.
That's nothing other. Try here and you are a big these ways.
Things that really got to me. There was one time where there was this one guy who was just hounding me. He's not in chat anymore, but he was like, Grace is a demonic woman. She is abusing her father, and she plays the victim, and she's pretending to be confused. She knows exactly what she's doing. And that guy wasn't correct about that, but at the time I was like, it just got to me. I was like, what if I really am doing that? What if I'm that evil of a person? I don't even realize it. What if I'm that sick and I don't even know it? Like, how I'm gonna go to hell? How would I ever fix that? Because I don't think I'm doing that. But if that guy was right, then I'm really crazy.
I think that's exactly what I say.
No, it was this one guy. It was like Mons.
That was me.
Or something. It was some kind of German name. Panzerfaust? No, not that guy. I don't remember.
If you could take it all back or go back in time.
What was wrong about that?
Streaming.
He stopped because I ran out of money.
I mean, I think it's all funny in retrospect, but I kind of wish that I hadn't blown up so early in a way, because I feel like I didn't really understand what was going on or how to handle myself, which is always going to be true, but I just feel like...
Your dad said that, Grace.
I wish I could have played it better with bigger people.
Let's bond against the annoying chat rats, Grace.
But then again, like, I always think
know.
about it, and it's like, they banned me for the dumbest shit, and I
Jeremy Grace will never ever date you.
Like,
get that through your head.
I got permabanned from Destiny for telling him that, like...
Now I know how ridiculous that is, since I am the only reason that lazy bastard Ben is even able to eat each day.
That's all I said. I was just like, you're promoting that you did LSD or something. That's stupid. And then I got permabanned.
You ever wish you could start off on the internet without the whole family dynamic being part of it? Just being you?
No.
You like having that?
I used to, but then I realized I'm boring.
I hate that I've been going downhill ever since.
Yeah, where do you see yourself if you didn't have that? Like, if it wasn't the Ben and Grace dynamic that kind of tension.
I mean...
You blew up. When?
I probably, I don't know, with just by myself on the internet.
By yourself.
I don't think I would be very. I think the dynamic is the interesting part. I don't know what I would be. Somebody like maybe Chrissy Meyer, like doing a podcast or something. But I just don't really think women have the spark, but they can turn it into a flame, but they don't have the spark, so I don't really
I'd be out of college with a job having a much better life right now.
I don't really think a woman as an entertainer solo can really get very far. I probably would have had some kind of guy be my
5K subscribers
like,
isn't blowing up. You've ruined my life.
Maybe that would have
Come with Piggy.
I probably would have, tried to make Keemstar my manager or something like that.
What do you think you would do if you were a streamer?
I mean, I did used to want to become a lawyer.
You still want to become a lawyer at all?
Yes and no. It's a lot of busy work. It really isn't that sexy, So, I wanted to be a journalist actually when I was younger. So, kind of doing that.
You can always come back.
I wanted to be a director, movie director.
I am Twitter famous Jeremy. It's tough being this popular.
Yeah, real.
So do you have a backup plan if things don't work out with streaming?
Welfare.
Welfare.
I don't know. I mean, if things don't work out, like I would have to be living. So I once we're in the RV, I would need to make like maybe $1,000 a month, bare minimum, to not have to get a job.
Grace can do
If
anything.
I got to a point where I couldn't make $1,000 a month,
I'm now dreaming of a threesome with Jeremy and Ava, and I am the bottom.
Board is free.
I think eventually probably the traveling is gonna wear off.
Grace, you're
and-
still young. You
I
can
mean,
still
honestly,
do
like
all
I
those
know
things.
a lot of people
Just dump
are
them and move to law.
into like IRL and stuff, but I don't really see a future in IRL like with other IRL streamers. I just don't really like them, and they always do like crazy edgy shit. In my opinion, I know that gets the views. I respect it. I just am not really that kind of person, and I think, I mean, honestly, I enjoyed Word to Paint, which is super nerdy, but like, I don't know. I think the mix of IRL and podcasting is a good mix, because when you go to events, you can kind of be behind the scenes, and I don't know anybody else who does that. Like, I don't know how to say it. I think
$1K a month.
IRL
People have
streaming
way more fun jobs than this and make twice that.
I think IRL streaming is a great tool to have.
You've got to level
and
up
then
with
if
celebrity
you get
IRL.
famous through something else, because you're not likely to get famous through IRL streaming.
Exactly, yeah.
But if you get some clout through something else, then it's a great tool because people can see you traveling and observing things, and my dad saying all this observations, funny stuff while we're walking around, and meeting people at these
IRL
events.
seems to be male or titty dominated.
Actually, I did get invited to an IRL event in Austin, Texas. I forget when. But that would be a good use of the flights. It's an all-girl IRL streamer sleepover. I got an invite, so lesbian content incoming.
Or some other places that you want to visit, like some other destinations you'd like to see. Or events. General ideas.
I mean, I really like Texas and LA. Those are my favorite places I've been so far. Me and my dad were thinking maybe for February, just because February on the Northeast sucks. Maybe take the RV down to Florida for a month or so. Just go on a campsite.
Yeah, I'll talk this more. I just moved to Texas. What is the process? You've been wanting to hit me up a lot lately. Yeah, Northeast. So Florida, you've been to Florida before?
Yeah, a couple times. I really like Ocala.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a nature like RV park kind of place, and it has like a natural pool and like a little waterfall. It's really pretty.
Do you find that you're like attracted to that living style, or is it just to simply save money, or you find it appealing, have like a minimalist lifestyle?
Yeah, I find minimalism appealing. I'm never really able to pull it off, but I would say I spend money much more liberally than I was ever used to growing up because we just really didn't have that much with 6 kids or whatever.
Yeah.
So McDonald's was like expensive.
Right.
But I would say I'm at heart a very frugal person. I don't think I really buy a lot of stuff that I just don't need just to spend money. I mean, I think the most expensive thing I've ever bought was maybe $200 for myself. Like, I don't understand how people can like go to the salon and spend $1,000. That's crazy.
How many hours do you spend on the streaming stuff?
You mean literally just streaming or all of it?
No, I mean just like, yeah, all of it, like preparation, posts, all this stuff.
All of it?
How much time do you spend just like tuned out from stuff?
I would say average day, it's like wake up, solid 3 or 4 hours, no streaming. Then if you're gonna stream, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 4. I mean, IRL is different. It's totally different.
Yeah.
IRL, it's like all day.
Oh yeah, like self-entertained on the road. Yeah, when you're like at home with that.
Plus also, no offense, I don't like being with people IRL without the camera.
Yeah.
Unless I became friends. If I was friends with someone outside of the internet, I might be okay with doing a short stream. But other than that, I just prefer to keep the camera on because it just feels inauthentic. If the only reason I know you is through streaming, and I don't have a private relationship with you, then why would I want to turn the camera off? That's just my mentality. You know, a lot of people try to guilt trip you into just like turning the camera off.
I think when the first time we hung out, I wanted to have just a private time. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was kind of something.
I learned like it's a really good boundary to have because it's not so like it's really not so much that I'm scared of something criminal happening. That's like 2% of the time. It's mostly just like a lot of people. Well, a lot of people see streaming as a way to make friends that they can't make in real life.
Yeah.
And so they kind of want to be friends with you more than they want to actually make content. And so you have to make it clear to them, like, no, I'm here to make content. And like, ironically enough, I would be probably way better friends with you if you were invested in content because then we have something in common. But like Ruby, for example. Ruby doesn't have friends in real life. She says she does. She doesn't, right? So she kind of did streaming to get validation and attention and to make friends. Like she thinks Lo is her friend, right? And so I'm not saying she was kind of actually more cool with the camera than a lot of people were. But I think she was looking for a friendship more than she was looking to make content.
I think a lot of people do stream.
A lot of people do that.
Social media than it is like entertainment. Like for me, it's always been when I got a show. If I don't get into like the Twitter or anything social media, it's like never even think that business friendship kind of deal. But I think a lot of people do treat it like it's.
Well, it's no problem to be friends with someone. Like me and Chrissy, right? Chrissy Mayer. I met her at the debate thing. Yeah. Super nice person, super friendly with her. I would never assume that we're friends. I would just say we know each other. She was super nice. But for me to say we're friends, we would have to like talk offline for some reason and get to know each other. And I don't see that happening. So I think people tend to blur the line between that, and it's a solid line.
I think it's kind of, I don't want to say it's childish me to have friends outside of work and business. Unless they're like your childhood friends that you grew up with. It's kind of odd. At least for me.
To have what?
To have like friends that are outside of your work, or yet you don't have that shared interest. You don't, I'm not saying just streaming, but most of them are like saying like work associates. Somebody in business that you
I mean, I feel like being an adult is like caring about what you do for work.
Yeah, exactly.
And the only real people who you would connect with are other people who care about the same thing. Romance is the worst though. I mean, forget about friends. When people bring romance into streaming, it's like I think probably every guy I've streamed with has not understood the line. And I get it on a certain level, because it's like, it seems like this girl's being really nice, and they don't realize that it's not that I'm being nice for the camera, it's just that, like, I am at the end of the day doing this for content, and we're both adults, and I assume that the guys I meet up with know that. And if you wanted to get to know me personally, that's what I told Darius. First, I was like 19. First time I ever met up with him, I was like doing this holding his hand bit in the field. Because I remember it was like magic. I was watching his chat on my phone. I was like, oh my God, they react to what we do in real time. So then I put my hand on my leg, and then he reached his hand over, and the chat was like, touch it, touch it. It was so funny. I was dying. And then afterwards, I was like, I just want you to know that this is for content. I know this is awkward to say, but if you wanted to get to know me, you could, or you could not, I don't care. But I'm just like, I don't really mean what I'm doing on camera, just so you know. Because I just felt like that was necessary, because I didn't want to lead him on. But he didn't get that at all, I don't think. Because I remember that we went to LA, because I thought that was pretty clear when I said that. I was super nice about it, but I was like, I just, like, for both of our sakes, I'm not, because I don't know if you're into me, I'm not going to assume you're into me, but if you are, you could get to know me off stream, you could try, maybe I'll like you, maybe I won't. If you don't want to, that's fine, but anything on stream is for content, because I don't want to mix those two things. So then we get to LA, and he was very friendly, he's very nice. I slept on the floor to try to make it super clear, like, we're not sharing a bed. I got a room with one bed, that was my bed, so I took the floor. And so then we go to his friend Nadush's house, and he gets drunk, and he's like, oh, come sit on my lap, come sit on my lap. And I did sit on his lap, but then he was like rubbing my back up and down, and I just felt like it was kind of prostitute-y, and I was like, so I just got off his lap, and then he kissed me in the kitchen, and I was like, okay, I could see Nadush was filming it. I was like, okay, this is good content. And then I went, so Nadush is his kind of gay best friend, and then I went out to the porch with Nadush, and I had a cigarette with him, and I was like, Darius is doing this. I'm not doing this, but he's doing it. Like, he thinks we're gonna fuck, and I don't. So can you please help me, basically? And he was like, yeah, no, I got you. So then the stream ends, and then the sleeping situation is like dicey, because like Nadush has one bed and Irrelevant already took the couch. So Darius is in bed, he pats the bed, the spot in the bed next to him, so he's kind of in the middle. So I go on the first I went on his left side towards the edge of the bed, then I went like around him to the other side, and he kind of tries to start spooning me, so I sort of like switched to like normal mode, like laying on my back. And then Nadush helped, because he started spooning Darius, because Darius was still in spoon position, and so he started rubbing up on Darius and, like, I don't know, being sexy with him, like fake. And then Darius like got the memo that like we're not really doing this, and then we all slept in the bed together. But I put my head at Darius's feet. I slept opposite to him, not because I was afraid of anything, because Darius fell asleep in like 2 seconds. He was like a kid, like a toddler. He snored so fucking loud that I had to sleep with my head at his feet, because I couldn't sleep with his snoring in my ear. So that was that experience. So I thought I was pretty clear with my boundaries, but everybody blames me, because they're like, well, you should be clearer with it. And it's like, well, I mean, it's a tough situation. You're with someone, you're reliant on them for a place to stay, you know they're friends. You try to be polite and just sort of like shift the energy to something else. And then the next day, Darius really still wasn't getting the hint. So we went to the pool, and we were in the pool together, and he like picked me up and started hugging me, and Nadush was just looking at me like, yep. And then so Darius goes, okay, I'm gonna go shower, and then we're gonna have our date tonight. And at that point I was a little bit like, okay, well, this guy's really not getting the message. I don't want to have, because I remember Darius had asked me when we were at Anime Con, he was like, oh, do you want, like, we should go on a date. Like, it's a content date, but it's also a date. And I was like, okay. So I was looking for ways to get out of the date. Then I go to the douche. I was like, okay, can you help me? Let's pretend we're going dress shopping and looking for shoes and stuff. But really, you dropped me off at the airport. That's when you came in. And he was really cool to go along with it, even though Darius was really his friend. But I think he got the memo, and I just didn't want to go to that date. So we went to, Darius went out with his friends. We were dual streaming. I was streaming my end. So he's in chat saying, like, are you getting ready for our date? I'm like, yeah, so excited to see you. And then the douche drops me off at the airport and just goes silent. And everybody goes silent. And Darius is sitting there at the restaurant for like an hour waiting.
I still remember the ride on my big job. That's a ride everybody does.
Yeah. So people said it was cruel, but I was like, well, I just didn't really want another awkward moment. Like, I was kind of sick of it, and I didn't feel like telling him no, and I didn't feel like telling him yes, so I just ditched. And thus the Grace ditch was born. The Thorp goodbye was born. Well, I mean, it didn't help. I mean, it didn't help me save the flight back would have been super expensive day of. But, Seattle was cool. I remember it. Very, very natural. It's like the East Coast. Lots of trees.
How could I have been better in that whole collaboration? Was not being a horny asshole.
I mean, it was weird because you were very generous. Obviously, you gave me your bed, and you gave me a lot of space. But I don't know. I remember we were at your brother's apartment, and you were doing some laundry or something. And I think you were like, you smoked a bit of weed outside or something, and we were out there. I was having a cigarette. And you were like, oh, we should go to a movie sometime or something. And I was like...
Yeah, no, I wanted to set a relationship.
Yeah. And then I remember when you made ramen or something, I stood up from the table and sort of put your hands around my waist. And I was like, okay. All right. I remember calling my dad. And I went out for a walk after that. And I was just calling him. And I was just like, oh, God. Thank you, Stephen David, for the gifted sub. Thank you very much.
She is bringing up bad memories.
I guess I would just say I felt like the vibe was kind of like, I may have been wrong, but I felt like the vibe was kind of like, I don't know how to say this politely. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Not like I expect sex for the bed, but like I kind of expect you to be okay with me hitting on you for the bed. Or like I expect this to kind of go somewhere. And I just wasn't, even if you were the most attractive guy in the world, I was totally, like, my first time away from home, I was totally not in.
For me, there was no expectation. It was just me shooting my shot.
Yeah.
That's how I did my own happened.
Yeah. It was just, it was the wrong time for anyone. And, I don't know if you watched the Darius stuff or whatever, but you didn't know what was going on mentally, because I was just like, oh God, I was just in this awkward position with another guy for, relying on him for
Now is the perfect time to apologize and start over just as friends.
I have apologized a few times for that.
Yeah, no, you don't have to go back there. He's heard it all already. So, I mean, it wasn't rapey. It's just that it did scare me, though. It did genuinely scare me.
Back, passing, jumping in, then going to the gas station.
I know you were just going to the gas station, but like it was like near midnight, and you asked if you
should have walked out the bathroom naked and flashed her.
And the hopping into bed wouldn't have been such a big deal. But then,
Even if I was attractive. What do you mean by that, princess?
Yeah, you walked in.
Awkward.
You walked in.
I remember walking out like, oh my God, that was.
You walked
Did not
in.
go how
I remember you walked in and
Stop.
you were like,
Stop.
oh,
Him already.
How's your migraine
Dead.
doing or whatever?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you know, it's still kind of hurting or something. I had something playing on the TV, and you were like, and you kind of like, it was like a pause.
Yeah, no, I remember like I got that feeling like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this right now. Kind of feel. I remember getting that feeling like my stomach kind of sunk. Like, I probably should have just stayed.
I remember it was like kind of like a space, and I was like waiting for you to say something else or leave, and then you're like, do you mind if I
No, I
hop
remember.
into bed
This was,
with
I
you?
was like, oh, I remember while saying, I was like, oh, I should not be asking this right now. Yeah.
And then it wasn't like super aggressive or anything at all.
No,
and I was
no,
just like,
I
oh, you
remember
know.
being awkward. I remember
Yeah.
just really like.
But then I was worried that you were mad. So then, because I wasn't sure, and then you you did get into your pickup truck and kind of took off. And you didn't tell me, and you had been telling me where you were going. So it's in my head, I was like, oh boy. I don't know if he's like super mad and just going for a drive to like just walk it off or. And then I was like, okay, well, if he comes back, this is literally what I thought. I was like, okay, well, if he comes back, and let's say he falls asleep, because Ava was like, oh, it's going to take me forever to get out there. I was like, okay, well, then I'd have to sneak by him while he's asleep, and he has dogs, and if he heard me, it wasn't so much like I thought you were going to kill me or something, but I was like, it would just be really awkward to explain as I'm leaving in the middle of the night why I'm leaving. So
That was on me. No, really, man. When I like halfway through asking if I get in bed, I was like, this is, that was me shooting my shot.
Why was Jeremy crying? I don't think he was crying.
Yeah, I think I cried.
So, yeah.
2 years later, here we are.
2 years later, yeah.
Still awkward.
Oh, much less awkward, just sort of chill. What do you guys think? That was my monologue. There you go.
Grace, do you ever look back on all these situations and take any accountability for leading guys on? Or no?
And guys know the
I mean, no. I think I'm very clear. I mean, with Jer, I remember I called him in Discord and I was like, I just want to let you know that I'm not up for any kind of romantic anything off stream or on stream. And if you're cool with that, fine. If you're not cool with that, I'll just get a hotel. But I cannot, I just like, I'm not even rejecting you. I just can't deal with it right now. So I feel like I've been pretty clear. And, you know, what do you got to do? Kick a guy in the nuts and say like, no thanks. And it's like ridiculous at a certain point. I mean, really, if you're so fucking...
Was
like,
I the reason for his New Year's Eve? Bing, aka relapse.
A lot of these guys, they know that
They
I'm
can
saying
make
no.
better content, suffer.
They know that I'm saying no, and they go for it anyways because, like, they're antisocial. That's what a lot of them do. Like, Lalo knows that
I can't be friends with anyone who isn't a streamer, but also streamer friends aren't real friends. In other words, I don't have to get close to anyone ever.
I haven't found anybody who I want to get close to. Otherwise, I'd try to be friends with them off stream, but I just haven't found anyone yet.
I also have that issue with guys.
She led me on by breathing in her sleep. That was our signal.
They mean yes. A lot of guys think that women like to play.
Wait.
Yeah,
I didn't
know
read that
but
Discord message.
There is a strong difference. I mean, I laugh at OPC's jokes and like sometimes say sexual stuff around him. Does that mean I want to fuck him? No. Like, but he could say, "Well, you led me on." A lot of these guys, like, I make it super clear. If I was into a guy, he would know. I make it super clear, and they go for, like, Lalo's thing was just antisocial. It's not like I let him on.
You've heard Jeremy say
so many
he
times.
thinks you like him even after you tell him he has no chance. They are delusional.
Okay, lesbianism it is.
Yeah, just think about, I've done the same thing with OPC that I've done with almost every guy that I've interacted with. Except, like, whatever, the kiss with Darius. If that is leading someone on, then I guess OPC has a right to grope.
It's
Don't
just funny
flip
because
that and send it to
whenever
me.
other girls get us, I do blame the girl for leading them and being stupid. But when it's you, it's all the guy's fault.
I haven't heard a story that's similar.
Grace, you
to
let me
mine.
on when you spit at me. That was the signal.
Give me a story where a girl says no, 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 and the guy does it anyways. Okay, I would be sympathetic to that. I'm not saying I got raped. I'm just saying it's like annoying.
I thought it was Gracie who touched me during sleep, but it was Ben.
OPC definitely showing up now.
Oh, sorry, I forgot OPC.
I'm thinking about Grace giving me roadhead the entire drive. I'd be daydreaming about a better life, away from this hell.
Just by being a girl I'm leading guys on.
I mean, you'd think it's validating, but it really is just annoying.
You aren't wrong, but any dude willing to drive hundreds of miles to collab with you with no benefit for them are going to be these kind of delusional simp
Why
creeps.
does everybody say there's no benefit? Jeremy gets
Grace,
clout.
does it bother you that you have zero in real
He
life
got
friends?
$150 for donations. Like, why do people say there's no benefit?
Have there been any
if
men
you
you've streamed
are-
with in person
and I don't
or
think
on
this is-
panel that you made it clear you were into?
Hold on a second. If you are a guy, and I'm not saying this is true of Jeremy, because I don't think he sees it this way, but if you're a guy and you're streaming, and the only reason you'd meet up with someone, a female, who is a bigger streamer than you, is because you want to get sex, you're not a real streamer. You're not a streamer. You should be horny for the clout, and, like, maybe she would be into you, but, like, let it cook. There is... If you say the only thing I could possibly... There's no benefit for me in this outside of sex, then just fucking go to a bar and get laid. That's not what we're doing here. Streaming is not like a version of Tinder. That's fine if the male psyche always assumes there's a chance. That's fine. That's just how men operate. I understand that if there's a single female. But this idea like, oh, there's no benefit for a male streamer to collab with a female streamer unless he's getting his dick sucked, like, then he's not a streamer. That's not why people stream, is to get their dick sucked. If that's why you stream, you're not a real streamer.
A lot of people are playing the Clout Game on the streaming.
Well, clout is the same, though. I mean, you want viewers, you want your name to be out there. You mean, like, I mean, also women. If you're a female streamer and the only reason you meet up with a male streamer is to, like, have him fall in love with you and start dating you, you're also not a real streamer. You're just, like, playing, like, super autistic Tinder games.
Social media games.
Yeah. But, like, you're just a whore. Okay. Wow, we only killed an hour? God damn, I thought we were close. That's just called being a woman? No, it's not. When Sneako was in New York City, that is so stupid. Even that's called, like, that's not you, but that's not feminine at all. If I said the only reason I wanted to meet up with him was so that I could say I had sex with him or was dating him, that's just being a whore. That's not even... What would that even mean? I don't know the guy. I'm gonna meet him through streaming, and then he's gonna fall in love with me? That sounds like narcissism. Like, you want a famous person to fall in love with you. Like, that's like some kind of a kink. He's a huge streamer, you aren't. Yeah, I would like him to find me funny and give me clout, sure, but I'm not doing it to date him. I really have no interest that way. It wouldn't make any sense. I'm gonna date someone that I met because it's like saying I really want to be Leonardo DiCaprio. It's like saying I'm gonna be an actress and I really want to meet Leonardo DiCaprio, so he falls in love with me. Okay, so then you're not really in it for the acting, are you? You're in it for, like, to marry a rich guy. Okay, that might work for you. You might be able to, but don't call yourself an actress. You're not.
You ever want to be like a real actress, not a streamer?
I thought about it. I thought about theater. I'm not a very good actor. At the end of the day, I'm not very good at faking stuff 100%. More improv. I'm a terrible actress. I don't believe in looking for a relationship.
Have it your way. Have it your way. I've ruled.
Well, what would that even mean? I'm gonna go looking for a husband? It's like, it happens naturally or it doesn't. Either you attract someone who you want to be with for the rest of your life, or you don't. You can't force it.
So, Jeremy, did you get the message from Grace? Or do you still think she's interested in you? We couldn't hear you, Jeremy. What did you say?
In an hour, I will drive this car off a bridge for triple roping out of this lonely world. I put Clay in the car seat. He'll have her ass imprint forever. This might be the last ever time the girl of my dreams is sat right next to me.
I literally have nothing to say, so I dance like a clown.
Will I get to keep your youth sock? I am thinking, when will the perfect time to drive into a wall?
Is this a bad time to become a Grace? She's my only prospect right now.
Right.